Aloha and welcome to themodelife.com, where we're teaching you always the tips, tools, and truth of what it takes to be successful in life, as well as it does to stomp down the world's runways or shoot for the biggest magazine covers on the planet of Earth. So I wanted to talk today about this really important subject and matter, and that is keeping your clothes on and being able to make money. Can you do that in the world of high fashion? Absolutely. We have 28 covers of Vogue that prove it. That's 14 girls having shot 28 covers of Vogue. That's equivalent to winning the Super Bowl 28 times in the world of high fashion. More importantly, they were all achieved with those girls keeping their clothes on, their morals, their ethics, and everything intact. Now, did we have to fight that process along the way? Absolutely we did. But that's just the nature of the business and a nature of the beast. So I just had an example of this take place just recently from a girl who we discovered that we flew to New York with a partner of ours, where we have many partners in New York, to help develop a brand new girl that we believe has the ability to break into the world of high fashion. That's where we teach her how to wear a pair of 3-inch heels and monster down the runway. That's where we teach her how to move in front of the camera. We teach her and build her confidence, show her what she's capable of or otherwise. That also has to do with shooting her portfolio, which is a marketing piece or a compilation of numerous photographs and how she comes across on film, that we can share that with clients inevitably down the road when we get done building that portfolio. So she was going to a photo shoot in New York to help develop and build her portfolio. And it's what she encountered and she came across that sent me reeling, as it has before, and where I draw the line in the sand every single time for clients of mine. After all, I'm a dad first and foremost, and of 6 kids, not 1, 6, 2 of which are girls. One's 18 and the other one's only a whopping 11. And there isn't anything I would not do for those girls, or rather suggest to them about how to negotiate and work through life and make it to where she can and they can become successes. That's no different than any client of mine. I treat them the exact same way. So here's a letter that she wrote to the agency that I had placed her with, and it's very well articulated. It's pretty amazing, and there's some unique things about this individual and what she said that I think is paramount for you to understand. She says, and I quote, "Upon my arrival, the photographer insisted that I wear a sheer see-through gown in the ocean as the first look of the photo shoot. Upon informing the photographer that I refused to take photos without a bra, or at least silicone pasties to cover my exposed breast, his tone became aggressive, and I felt awkward. I felt weird, even actually a little unsafe. The photographer repeatedly asserted that modesty kills fashion, and stated, I'd understand more if you were 16, 17, or maybe even 18, but you're old enough. Then, and just then, I informed him I had actually only just turned 18. He responded, well, that's old enough. And after realizing that he couldn't convince me, the important part, to let him take nude photos of myself, he angrily sent me home, cutting the photo shoot several hours shorter than scheduled. In addition, I never received one photograph from that photo shoot. Okay? While at the photographer's studio, I gave a detailed description of the encounter to my agent in New York and requested advice and counsel from that agent, which I did not receive any type of advice, nor make any type of an effort to dissolve the situation with that particular agency. Long story short, she ended up contacting me. I ended up putting a gavel down and ended up nipping it in the bud immediately. I don't care if the girl's in Paris, London, Milan, Bangladesh, Timbuktu. It's irrelevant. If I have to fly to Paris, which I've done before in behalf of and for the best interest of one of my clients, I will. But I nip those things in the bud instantly and immediately. You do not need to take off your clothes to be successful in the world of high fashion. Okay? Go ahead and Google a story that Giselle has written about her memoirs of breaking in to the world of high fashion. When she was just barely recently discovered by Elite Model Management, my alma mater, in Brazil, she was asked by a high-end, very, very powerful fashion brand in Paris, France, to walk down the runway basically topless, to where she goes on and states that she walked away, she was in turmoil, she was distraught about it, she knew who this designer was, she felt the pressure of that, and to become successful as she was just starting out. She was even told, if you're gonna make it to the top, you need to be willing to do this. Well, after deliberating and being in turmoil and torn up about it, unfortunately, she goes on to say that she ended up agreeing and decided to do it. It's what's important that she says, and the life lesson that she learned is that she, all these years later, now being married to Tom Brady and having this amazing career, she realized that she didn't need to do that. And she had wished that she had never, ever done that. So I'm telling you right here, right now, if Giselle feels that way and knew that she didn't have to do that after all, you don't have to do that, okay? Will you lose jobs? Absolutely. Will you lose money? For sure. But there are far many more important things in life than being rich or successful. First and foremost, it's sticking to your guns, drawing the line in the sand like this girl did, where she said, I refused, no matter how much he was making fun of me, to end up shooting those types of images. Did she get sent home? Did she get cut short on the photo shoot? Did she even get any photographs from that? She didn't. And you know what? We're better for it. So I'm telling you here, and I'm telling you right now, keep your clothes on and you can make money in the world of high fashion. If people are giving you a hard time, that's why I'm your manager. Reach out to me. I'll settle it. I'll handle it. I'll yell, I'll swear, I'll do whatever I have to in French, Italian, English, or otherwise to get them to understand that we don't need to do that. Yes, sex sells, but you don't have to sell it. So stand up for who you are and what you are. Draw the line in the sand. Be kind about it. Be gracious about it, as she was, and politely decline. But don't give in. Don't give in to the peer pressure or being made to feel like that you have to be successful, because you do not. And I absolutely will always stand for, with, and by you. The moral of this story is she grew a lot from that experience, and we actually ended up, I did, in negating and stopping the contract that I originally put her with, that she was under for a 3-year term worldwide with that agent and that agency in New York. I put a kibosh to it, man, and I said, if you guys aren't gonna do better and step up for my girl and my client, we're done, okay? Finished, finito, finalized. I'm breaking the 3-year contract. I realize she has 2 years left on it, but I'm switching her to another partner in New York who's gonna give you a run for your money. You're gonna lose all the money that you could have had you done what you should have done. And now I have her with Elite, my old alma mater, the #1 and one of the biggest brands and agents and agencies in the entire world. So stick to your guns. Until next time, teaching the tips, tools, and truth of what it takes to become successful in life, let alone down the world's runways. Mahalo, and have a good day.